Washington made history this month when voters agreed to legalize recreational marijuana.
A similar measure was approved in Colorado, too, a state that already heavily regulates medical marijuana. King 5's Joe Fryer traveled to Denver to take a look at their industry. And it is an industry, isn't it, Joe?
It definitely is. You know, both states approved medical marijuana many years ago. Washington has been hesitant to regulate the businesses and industry because the federal government still calls it a Schedule I drug. But in 2009, Colorado took a different direction, creating a medical marijuana industry unlike anywhere else in the country. In the city 1 mile above sea level, green crosses easily outnumber green Starbucks signs.
The marijuana definitely calms me down.
Denver now hosts more than 200 medical marijuana dispensaries.
It's bomb.
Selling everything from buds,
there's brownies,
to cannabis-infused snacks.
These are just pies, little mini pies.
Sales once reserved for dark alleys.
It's all top shelf, all good stuff.
Have shifted to places like River Rock, which looks more like a high-end boutique.
I started this business with $200 and an idea.
Attorney Norton Arbellis opened River Rock nearly 3 years ago.
This is a limited access area.
And quickly turned his $200 into this.
They're flowering, maturing.
Matt Cook, the state's first director of medical marijuana enforcement,
Well, there's not really anywhere to go.
helped write the state law that made these crowded grow rooms possible.
It is by far the most comprehensive regulatory scheme, from my standpoint, in the world.
As a former narcotics officer, Cook initially struggled with the idea of regulating a drug he once fought, even for medical uses.
Well, I will tell you, in 2009, when I was tasked with creating these rules, I didn't believe it, period.
But 5 months of intense meetings between police and growers led to compromise.
This ensures 100% accountability.
For starters, they agreed every plant must wear a barcode, so it's monitored from seed to sale.
And everything, 100% of what happens through the life of this process is on video.
In fact, growers are forced to invest tens of thousands of dollars in video equipment.
And the cameras see everything.
From the entryway to the grow rooms, they monitor every pot plant.
It's a web-based system that ultimately regulatory authorities could access at will. They could be watching us right now.
It works with the barcodes.
River Rock even went a step further.
I sign in with my fingerprint.
This is how employees must log into the system that keeps records of the plants. State regulators can access it too.
This is the sort of transparency which really makes Colorado stand apart.
Yeah.
For licensed patients like Kurt Sampson,
Leg spasms are a big thing for me.
this openness is a welcome change.
This is obviously a lot safer than trying to make a backdoor deal on the street, that's for sure.
The medical marijuana industry continues to grow in Colorado, with regulated sales this year alone expected to reach $200 million. And dispensaries say the Green Rush's economic boost doesn't stop there. River Rock alone now employs 65 people,
Clean up all these bottoms.
including horticulturists with master's degrees who make up to $100,000 a year.
So there's your temperature.
Even the power bill to keep the grass
And
growing
then 1,200 parts per million.
generates a $22,000 bill each month.
XL Energy is doing quite well as a result of regulated medical cannabis in the state of Colorado.
But you'll still find critics who point to one major problem.
It's a violation of law. I don't know how you can do that.
Marijuana opponent Tom Gorman works with law enforcement to fight drug trafficking
This is our Hong Kong diesel.
and doesn't understand how the state can license people to break federal laws.
You cannot have state employees or city employees or county employees aiding and abetting a criminal enterprise, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Those federal fears have kept Washington from regulating medical marijuana.
I think Colorado's really been the model.
But Denver attorney Brian Vicente says strong state rules are keeping the feds away.
So I would encourage Washington leaders to lead and not to wait for the federal government to tell them how to do things in their state.
With oversight, Colorado dispensaries think other states can also experience success. That's Rocky Mountain High.
We've had 2.5 years of operation. The sky hasn't fallen.
To be clear, that is the medical marijuana industry in Colorado. Like Washington, Colorado isn't sure what will happen next with recreational marijuana. Both states are currently talking with the federal government, but we can tell you some Colorado businesses are looking to expand, and we'll take you inside some of those places tonight at 11.